the same old photo frames that you get at any store? Well, how about creating your very own photo art using Untitled Chipboard? By doing that, you can actually add an element of creativity to your everyday photos. And to show us just how easy it's done, Tami White from Marlboro is going to demonstrate the creativity. Hi Tami, how are you?
Hi Vanessa, I'm doing very well, thank you. I understand you have some news for us tonight.
I do. I'm actually expecting in September.
Congratulations, that's big news.
It is, and it's actually great because in one of your previous shows you actually showed how to do baby shower invitations, and I'm definitely going to take some of those ideas.
That's right, that's right. See, we could have been doing baby shower invitations for your shower. And next we can start doing altered frames with chipboard with your baby.
So what do we have here?
This is an altered chipboard from Stampin' Up! From our Ginormous Pieces collection. And what I've done is I've actually taken it and done something really fun with it. I've taken a nice picture here of our brand new puppy dog. Aww. And put it together inside the pieces to make an altered frame that's just a little bit different than something you see every day. It's great for home decor, and it's also great to give as a gift. It's an excellent piece either way you use it.
It is beautiful, and it's just one of those pieces that just like stand out and it just looks so different from everything else.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get to it.
Great, let's go.
All right, Tami, so what pieces do we have here?
Here we're going to start with a few basic pieces for our altered chipboard frame. First I'm going to start with some scrapbooking paper. This is designer paper from Stampin' Up!
Now does it come like in this variety?
Yes, this comes in a package exactly like you see here. It's double-sided. All of these have double sides. They're beautiful, beautiful papers. We're going to take the designer paper, use it together with the chipboard.
Now, does the chipboard come like this too?
The chipboard comes like this. This is called Ginormous Pieces, and there are a lot of pieces in here. I'm actually going to take this one right out that we're going to use. This particular package comes with all of these pieces that you see here.
Oh, so they're already perforated.
And they're all, you just punch them out. They're so great. This here is we're going to use two of these pieces. They both come in this pack for our photo frame. So the first thing I'm going to do here is coat the chipboard, and I'm using our chocolate chip craft ink, which is a pigment ink. It's going to sit on top of the chipboard as I coat it.
Oh, so you're just going...
And I'm just going to rub this right on. So what I'm doing is I'm just coating the chipboard with the chocolate chip craft ink, and the craft ink is going to really coat it well. It's going to give it a nice, dark, rich color. And I'm actually just going direct to chipboard with the ink pad.
Which is nice because you don't have to use any paintbrushes or anything like that.
Right. Now that I've actually inked the chipboard, I'm just going to take the heat gun and dry. You can let it set to dry.
This makes it quicker.
This will make it quicker. All right, now what we're going to do is put our background texture onto our chipboard. And we're going to do that using the weathered background stamp from Stampin' Up! And we're going to use some white craft ink, which is the same pigment ink in a different color that we used to color the background of our chipboard. And I'm just going to stamp that right on. And actually,
now that's really neat because that gives it that kind of like that
really gives it some texture.
Wood look.
And I can actually stamp it a couple of times without re-inking it because the ink is so thick it just sits right on here. So I'm going to go ahead and do the whole background of this.
Very nice.
And it's pretty forgiving. I can fill in any holes that I've missed. Before we start our background, we're going to stamp our greeting onto a piece of Ivory Naturals cardstock. I'm going to use that using the chocolate chip ink.
And are you using the pigment ink again?
I'm using the classic ink this time. You can use either one on this one, but just for purpose of drying quicker, I'm going to use the classic ink. I'm using a really fun stamp set here. This is called Full of Life. And it's got a lot of really fun sayings in it. This is also from Stampin' Up! I took the one that said, "Once in a while, right in the middle of an ordinary life, love gives us a fairy tale." Because that's how I feel about our little Poochie.
What's his name?
His name is Flash Gordon. And he's not really very zippy unless the front door opens, and then he's really fast. I'm going to tap this down in the chocolate chip ink. And I'm going to stamp it on our...
And it doesn't matter where you stamp it, huh?
No, I want to get it somewhat in the center so that when I put the other pieces on, we can still get the circle out of it. Next, I'm going to take just a little piece of a Stampin' sponge. I just cut this off a Stampin' sponge because I want to age this a little bit so it has a little burnished look to it. And I'm going to...
Are you just rubbing it on?
Yeah, I'm just dipping it in the ink and just rubbing it all around just to give it a little look of aging.
Okay.
Next, I've got 2 pre-cut pieces of our designer paper here. These are double-sided,
Yep.
and it was tough choosing which side to actually use.
Sure it is.
But I've decided to go with these 2 for my project. When doing one for you, you might want to choose what room it's going in to choose your colors. I'm going to lay this out the way I'd like it, and I'm going to use the inner piece of the chipboard circle as our template when cutting it. So I want to make sure that the pieces fit the way I want them to in the template. So I'm going to line them up right about there. I think that looks good. And then I'm going to take a little bit of our snail adhesive to attach the papers together.
Very nice.
And once that's good, we're ready to start our circle. So using our template from the Ginormous Pieces chipboard collection and just an ordinary pen, really high tech, I'm going to just trace a circle around the outer part of the circle. And then I'm just going to take a pair of scissors.
Now those are actually really neat scissors.
They are.